Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, was disrespected by a pastor in Redeem during the wake-keep of the Wigwes. You know, recently the country lost a business mogul, the founder of Access Bank, Herbert Wigwe, his wife Chizoba, and their son Chizzy. It was a sad development that no one can do anything about it. And there have been series of activities to mark their transition to the other side. Now, one of them was a wake-keep in Isiokpo, their hometown. Isiokpo is in Rivers State. Now, at that event, so many people gathered. Of course, the people of Isiokpo and their friends and the family of Herbert Wigwe and their friends and colleagues and what have you. And the pastor recognized everyone who is supposed to be important and did not recognize Peter Obi. There is a trending video on that. Maybe I can put it as a link under this video so that you can see it. And because of what they did, that pastor did, the crowd did not allow them to move on with the program. The crowd insisted that they must recognize Peter Obi. And the pastor pretended as if he was not aware that Peter Obi was there, because Peter Obi was sitting in the front row. Then, of course, when he saw that the crowd the church, the crowd in that wake-keep was becoming restive, they can't allow him to go on. Then he now pretended to have now recognized Peter Obi, and he did it in such a sarcastic way that was really annoying. But in any way, he was forced to recognize Peter Obi, and interestingly, he said the Labour Party presidential aspirant. Peter Obi was not a presidential aspirant; he was a candidate of the Labour Party, but I think the crowd allowed him to get away with it. At least he recognized Peter Obi. Because come to think of it, I don't see anyone in that crowd that was a politician that they introduced in that crowd that is better known than Peter Obi in Nigeria today. Between 2022 to 2023, Peter Obi is the most searched name in Google. The most searched politician. He is the most popular. You can go and verify what I'm telling you. Peter Obi is the most popular Nigerian politician in Nigeria. So he's not somebody that can come to a place and you say you didn't know that somebody of what entered. You were able to remember to introduce others. You didn't see Peter Obi. And that is the same politicization that has characterized the Redeemed Church of God, RCCG. They are probably the most politically conscious and most partisan church in Nigeria. But unfortunately, their partisanship used to be questionable. Are they doing it for the right reason? Because if they are doing the partisanship for the right reason, in that election in 2023, Peter Obi of the Labour Party was the most qualified in every dimension, in terms of integrity, in terms of accountability, in terms of incorruptibility, that you would have expected the RCCG to support Peter Obi openly. But no, the RCCG and their leadership pretended that they were apolitical. How can you be apolitical when in 2022, ahead of the 2023 presidential election, general election, the RCCG announced the formation of a political department? Yes, the RCCG set up a department on politics and governance ahead of the 2023 general election. And the idea was that the church, with its millions of members and over 32,000 branches across the country, that with this establishment of this Directorate of Politics and Governance, it will help them to mobilize support for their church members who are in politics so that they can win elections. There was nothing bad about it. And at that time, their church member who was going for president was Professor Yemi Osinbajo. A lot of people believe that this department was formed to help Osinbajo. But Tinubu was able to dribble Osinbajo out of the way using all kinds of allegations against him, against Osinbajo. Remember, at the run-up to that election, at the primaries of All Progressive Congress, the presidential primaries, there were newspaper reports that Osinbajo hates Muslims, that he doesn't employ Muslims, either in his law firm as a lawyer or in the presidency where he was vice president. It was alleged that those stories were planted from the camp of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in order to poison the minds of northern Muslims against Osinbajo. Eventually, the northern Muslims dumped Osinbajo and lined up for Tinubu's Muslim ticket. Are you getting it? Now, when Osinbajo was moved out of the way through Tinubu's camp, okay, don't forget, Osinbajo came at a distance third in that primaries. Tinubu came first, Chibike Amechi came second. Osinbajo was distance third. Now, you would have expected the Redeemed Christian Church of God to rally around Peter Obi, whose integrity is supposed to be in line with a church like RCCG. But instead of RCCG to come out openly to endorse Peter Obi, they were sitting on the fence, despite the fact that their man is not in the picture anymore. Osinbajo was not in the picture. But they surreptitiously, it was gathered, was even encouraging their members to vote for Tinubu's Muslim ticket, under the guise that the wife of Tinubu was a pastor in their church or assistant pastor or whatever. But look at it very well. Look at the antecedent of Peter Obi. Look at the antecedent of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Why should the Church of Christ abandon Peter Obi and allow their members to be hobnobbing with Tinubu with all his antecedent and everything that was in public domain about his certificate issue, about his forfeiture of $460,000, proceeds of narcotic to United States government? All these things were in the open. Peter Obi has never had issue of corruption. He has been acknowledged as a man of integrity. And Tinubu had been pursued by EFCC. He was among the governors that was pursued by EFCC when they were leaving office in 2007. In fact, there are many who believe that one of the reasons that Tinubu went after the former EFCC chairman, Bauer, when he entered was some issues that has to do with alleged corruption that Tinubu was not comfortable about, that Bauer was looking into. Because don't forget, in about 2018, there was issue of allegation of corruption, petition written against Bola Ahmed Tinubu by one of his business colleagues about who owns Remita. So there was this, Alpha Beta, sorry, it was Alpha Beta, about ownership of Alpha Beta. A petition was written against Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the FCC and all that. And it appears that Bauer was took that petition seriously and all that. So these are some of the things that the Church of God is aware of this, yet they didn't openly support Peter Obi. Instead, they were sitting on the fence. And they have carried that their apparent dislike for Peter Obi's integrity to the burial or the wakekeep of Wigwe, where Peter Obi, who is the most recognizable face of Nigerian politics today, and he could not be recognized in the church, in the RCCG church. Thank God for the people of Isiokpo who shouted down on that pastor, and Peter Obi was recognized. In any case, Peter Obi won Rivers State. Tabulations by Premier Times and the BBC show that Peter Obi won Rivers State. And I'm sure that Isiokpo people voted for Peter Obi in that election. So they were probably pissed that a man they voted for was in their midst to mourn their brother, to mourn his wife and son that died, and then he's not recognized. That was why they shouted down until Peter Obi was recognized. Because as I said, Peter Obi won Rivers State by independent verification, BBC and Premier Times. And Peter Obi presented evidence on how he won Rivers to the court. But you know how our court is. That's a fact. He presented evidence, but the court disregarded his evidence. And recently, one of the people that helped to rig the election, an official of Rivers State government, appeared and was mocking Isiokpo, who was bragging that he wished that 2027 election is now so that they will win. The man asked him, did you win the last one? The last one was won by Peter Obi. You didn't even win. We are the ones that changed the figures and gave you the victory you handed to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That was what the guy was saying. So it shows that Peter Obi was in a territory of where he is loved, where they valued his integrity, and the RCCG wanted to play their usual politics because the first lady is the member of their church, perhaps. Thank God for the people of Isiokpo and the man who deserved all the recognition was recognized. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.